All right, welcome everybody. We're going to get started. I'd like to welcome you to Guiding Eyes for the Blind's graduation. We're celebrating 10 new guide dog teams that are going to be going home or are already home. We have 4 home trainings and 6 residential participants. The residential class is a 2-week class program where these fine folks in front of you, with the exception of this gentleman who has the Teddy, who has the paper dog. No, we are not giving poster guide dogs out. He's Teddy's dog is Dan is in the building. Oh, yeah. Teddy's dog Dan is in the building. I assure you, he did get a guide dog, but he's because Teddy was home trained. He lives locally and was able to come here. We decided to protect Dan from any potential pathogens that he might get from these guys that have been closer to the kennel. So we are thrilled to have home training, and I want to welcome you, Teddy. Thanks for coming. It's pretty rare that we get an in-person home training team here to celebrate. So as you probably all know, we place dogs all over the United States and Canada. Yeah, I wasn't going to forget Canada, Laurel. Don't worry. So Laurel's going to Canada, and we have Maine all the way out to California represented. So we have I like to look out at the geography of the graduates, and this time we represent 9 different states and 1 Canadian province, as Laurel wants you to know. What to expect? So this celebration that you're joining, that those of you are joining us online, we've got a good number of people in the auditorium here in our alumni hall. We have approximately probably, I don't know, 40, 50 people in here, including the graduates. And we also have, for those of you, how many do we have online? Looks like 27 people online. So welcome to those who have joined us on Zoom, to the friends and family and raisers who couldn't make it. This ceremony is actually only it's kind of like midway through the celebration that happens here on campus today. Our raisers, many of them arrived a couple hours ago and were able to get a tour of the kennel facility. And they were able to have this is something we've been doing just in the last year. They've been able to meet with their graduates and puppies that they raised about an hour before the ceremony. So many of these dogs just got to see their raisers for the first time since they dropped them off in the spring. So that's a very exciting part of today. And once this celebration is over, the raisers and the graduates that are here will continue the celebration up in Rosie's with being able to have a meal together. So it's a really great day. We love having all the Guiding Eyes community members come together with our donors and volunteers and our volunteer puppy raisers and staff and graduates. So welcome. You're going to hear a little bit from our puppy raising team, our development team, training, and the graduates themselves. And we'll wrap it up with Melissa Carney from the client experience team. And we're excited to have you. So I think next I'm turning it over to Rebecca Cross from development. Here you go, Rebecca.
Thanks, Ben. As he mentioned, my name is Rebecca Cross, and I'm Director of Donor Relations here at Guiding Eyes. And I just wanted to congratulate all of our new guide dog teams here with us today, as well as those who are joining on Zoom or couldn't make it. Congratulations, everybody. I'm so excited for you. And congratulations to all of you out here celebrating the teams who have put in the hard work to make them possible, whether you're a puppy raiser, or a staff member, or you volunteer in some other capacity. And I want to give a special shout out to our donors today who make it all possible through their financial support. And I know many of you are not only volunteers and staff members, but also donors. So thank you to every single one of you, and even our graduates would like to pay it forward to help other people get guide dogs. So we are completely funded by donations, and everything that we do is free of charge to our graduates. So we're really, really grateful for the incredible support. And sometimes our donors might make a special gift to name a dog or sponsor a team or something like that. And we actually do have a special named dog here with us today, the paper dog. Who is by proxy, but Dan was actually special named by our friend Earl Reese, who named Dan in honor of his friend of 40 years, Dan Brodsky. And so the Brodsky family has been following Dan's progress, and we're so excited for Teddy and Dan. We just wanted to recognize that generous support. And I want to thank everybody again for being here and all of our amazing donors. And with that, I'm going to pass it along to Amanda Goodwin to recognize our puppy raisers.
Thank you, Rebecca. I'm Amanda Goodwin. I'm the puppy raiser recruiter. And as I've been meeting more and more raisers at our in-person IFTs and at these graduation ceremonies and learning more about your raising journeys, one thing is clear. You're all so passionate, dedicated, and caring. I want to start by thanking each of our raisers for finding the time, getting through those late nights and sometimes long days with the pup you raised, and for the countless hours of training, along with the patience and dedication that helped to lead to this very moment. There's a little saying that a little progress adds up to big results, and today is proof of that. The road wasn't always an easy one, but you made sure the pup was loved and cared for, while each day you practice obedience commands like walking politely on a leash. You took the pup with you to the grocery store and to the post office, or maybe even to where you work, where it learned how to nicely greet others and get comfortable in completely new situations. And then you went to puppy class to continue to build all of those skills. Each day you made a little progress that helped the pup grow into a confident dog and helped to build a strong foundation, which added up to the big result and has brought us all here today. Now the puppy you raise is about to embark on an exciting new journey with their new partner, and together they will make a little progress each day. I want to thank you again for all of your commitment to puppy raising. As you know, we would never be able to impact the lives of so many graduates without your dedication and gratitude, including the ones here today. When I call your name, please meet Caroline for your graduate certificate. So for the raisers who are able to join us in person today, we have Caitlin Heidenthal, who raised Annalise. Nancy Briggs, who raised Dan. She's very excited. Lydia Tran, who raised Diego. Erin Falder, who raised Whimsy. The Darhauer family, who raised Danielle. And we have Bobby and Jim Havel, who raised Meg. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank the raisers who could not join us today, with the Nishimura family with Meg, Olivia Miller with Kaya, Liz and Adam Stryak with Zane, Lisa Stryak, who also raised Zane, and last but not least, Sean Nethaway and Cynthia DiDonna Nethaway, who raised Francisco. Oh, Sorry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the one I know the most. Sorry, Dawn Gayer, who raised Laurel, who is in person. Sorry. It was the longest list I've ever had, and I managed to skip over one. Sorry, Dawn. And with that, I'll turn it over to Stephanie Corrett.
Thank you, Amanda. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stephanie Corrett. I am the placement manager here at Guiding Eyes. What that means is I get the pleasure of overseeing our residential classes. So been able to work very closely with these guys for the past week or two. I can guarantee when we offered everyone class in New York in September, nobody thought it would be a sauna. So thank you so much for sweating it out with us. Thank God it feels like fall today because I think we were all gonna melt completely. So I would just like to talk about not only the 6 residential teams you see in front of us and the 1 home training, but 3 additional home training teams as well. So it's very exciting to celebrate 10 teams, but bear with me because I have 4 pages to go through. All right. I did not type this up in any order of where they're sitting. So I'm actually going to ask you just to politely raise your hand when I say your name, just so folks know who I'm talking about. And David, I'm going to start with you. So David, give a little wave. This is David Ford, and his guide dog is Annalise, and they were trained by Sam, who's sitting right next to me. Way to go, Sam. All right. David comes to us from Mooresville, North Carolina for his first guide dog, Annalise, a yellow lab female Labrador retriever. David resides at home with his wife, Paula, daughter, Megan, and grandson, Caden. An avid equestrian lover and proud Braves fan, David is looking forward to the greater independence, mobility, and companionship that Annalise will provide. He's excited to teach her new routes on his farm and in his town. In addition, we'd like to give a little shout out to Annalise's trainers, who are Allie and Izzy as well. So congratulations to everybody. All right. As I said, I didn't type this up in order. So Gail, you're next if you want to give a little wave.
Go, Daddy.
All right. So Gail Bartles and Danielle, also trained by Sam on my right again. Way to go. All right. Gail comes to us from the North Woods of Pembine, Wisconsin. She has been matched with her 4th guide dog overall, but first from Guiding Eyes. Danielle is a black female Labrador retriever and Gail's first female dog. Gail loves walking several miles of country travel along a gravel road for pleasure and frequently travels on the bus into town for errands and shopping. Gail is excited to return home to her husband, Bob, who is just as excited to meet the newest member of their family. And again, a special shout out to Danielle's trainer, also Sam. Way to go. All right, Brad, you're next. Give a little wave. All right, my friend. All right, remind me how you say your last name again. All right, Brad Gillespie. I was going to say it wrong. And Laurel, who we've heard a little bit from already today, was trained by Michelle Tang, who's one of our placement specialists who couldn't be with us today, but she's with us definitely in spirit. Brad comes to us all the way from Canada to receive his 3rd guide, a black lab named Laurel. Brad is a retired banker who has been working with dogs for over 20 years. Laurel is vibrant, strong, and always happy. Her resilience is exactly what Brad needs for traveling in the busy city of Toronto. He looks forward to introducing Laurel to his wife and her guide Frosty, as well as his retired guide Babette. And shout out to Chrissy and Izzy, the trainers of Laurel. All right, woo, 1 page down. All right, Hunter, my friend, you're next. Thank you, Hunter. So we have Hunter McGowan and Diego, who is Paper Dog Dan's brother. They were also trained by Michelle Tang, placement specialist. Hunter is from Irwin, Pennsylvania, and has come to Guiding Eyes to receive his 2nd guide dog, Black Lab Diego. Hunter first came to Guiding Eyes back in 2014. Diego is pretty much the opposite of his first guide dog, Atlas, who is also a black lab, but both dogs seem to be perfect fits for Hunter. Hunter's kind and quiet demeanor has been a wonderful addition to class, and Diego is lucky to be going home with him. All right, and Diego's trainers are going to get a few shout outs. Okay, this is for Jolene, Miranda, Amy, Mike, Lori, and Sam. So way to go. Okay. All right, next on my list is, it's your turn to wave. Thank you. All right, Deanna Moore and Whimsy, trained by Lori Bussey, all the way up my far right here. Thank you so much, Lori. All right, Deanna Moore of Bristol, Tennessee is receiving her 2nd guide dog from Guiding Eyes, a female black lab named Whimsy. Deanna is a retired veterinarian professor. She is highly active in her community and enjoys public speaking. Deanna's previous guide impacted her life in such a positive way by increasing her pace and confidence, and no doubt Whimsy will expand her world even further. Deanna is looking forward to many adventures with Whimsy, including an all paws on deck carnival cruise next year. All right, and special shout out to Whimsy's trainers, Caroline Walsh and Lori Bussey. All right. Kathy, my friend, you're next. Give a little wave. Thank you. All right. Kathy Veal and Meg, also trained by Lori Bussey on my far right. Kathy is from Newburgh, Maine, and is receiving her first guide dog, a female black lab named Meg. Kathy enjoys living the retired life with her husband, spending her time strolling into town to shop, baking bread, and knitting. Kathy is looking forward to being able to shop more independently with Meg as her faithful companion as they shop until they drop. Special shout out to Meg's trainers, Mike Siglio, Sam Ori, and Alyssa David. All right. I'm also looking forward to receiving some bread making recipes from Kathy. I will harass you about that. I want to know all of your secrets. All right, so that covers our 6 residential graduates. Now I'm going to move on to our home trainings, and I'm going to start with Teddy, who's on the couch next to Amanda. With the paper dog, yeah. So Teddy, Rendy, and Dan, which is the most adorable photo and does look almost like the spitting image of Diego. They were trained in their home, which is in Montrose, not too far from here, with Kat Pualo, who's in the audience. Hey, Kat. Way to go. He was a placement specialist. So as I said, Teddy has been trained at home in the local town of Montrose. He was paired with a second guide, a black lab male named Dan. The two were fast friends. Teddy has been able to introduce Dan to his entire neighborhood as they have been working their routes. Teddy enjoys Dan's sweet personality and the companionship he offers. Teddy and his lovely wife, Beth, have really enjoyed having Dan as part of their family. Special shout out to Dan's trainers, Caroline Walsh, Chelsea Nohan, and Mike Siglio. Thanks, guys. And Teddy, again, we're thrilled to have you here. It's not every day that we actually get a home training person in the audience, so it's really nice to have you. Great. All right, I'm going to go to our next home training team. This is Travis Smith and guide dog Francisco, who was trained at home by Nikki Wentz, a regional guide dog mobility instructor. Travis Smith lives in St. Joseph, Missouri. He's a first-time guide dog handler and was matched with a yellow lab male named Francisco, or Cisco for short. Travis stays busy running his own business, helping at his brother's tow company, and raising his 2 sons. He is thankful for the increased independence Cisco will provide him. We're looking forward to hearing all about the adventures this pair will have. And special shout out to Cisco's trainers, Jolene Hollister and Sam Mori. All right. Next, we have Leslie Alexander and Kaya, trained by Louise Thompson, specialized training guide dog mobility instructor. And I think they're listening online, so I hope you guys are. Leslie resides in Penguich, Utah, and is matched with her second guide dog from the specialized training program, a black lab female named Kaya. Leslie is a retired law enforcement dispatcher. She has been around animals all of her life, including dogs, horses, cows, and even elk. Not only is Leslie an amazing chef, she is also a fantastic baker. Everyone in town has been jealous that Louise gets to eat her famous cinnamon rolls. Leslie has 7 grown children and resides with her husband, Steve, and their pet Australian Shepherd, Maverick. Leslie is excited to regain her independence with Kaya and get back out to walking with her head held high and shoulders forward. The love in the Alexander household is unparalleled. They will have many, many happy years together. And special thanks to Kaya's trainers, Deanna Lentini and Louise Thompson. All right, number 10, thanks for sticking with me, guys. I know it's been long. All right, Barbara Cooper and guide dog Zane, trained by Andrea Martini, specialized training guide dog mobility instructor. Barb Cooper is a very experienced guide dog user, having guide dogs since 1972. Barb was trained at home in beautiful San Marcos, California, with her 8th guide dog, Zane. She adores Zane for his exceptional skills and affectionate nature. Barb is passionate about Zane, her pet dachshund Chachki, everything dogs, everything music, and her husband Arnold, but not necessarily in that order. Barb is grateful for Zane's dedicated puppy raisers and to Guiding Eyes for meeting her evolving needs and training her at home with specialized training GDMI Andrea Martini. And shout out to Zane's trainers, Laurel Sheets, Andrea Martini, Susan Croha, and Ellen Purcell. So congratulations. All right, so I'm sure you've heard enough from me. What I would love to do now is we're going to hand the mic over to all of our graduates because I think they all have a little something that they want to share. So, Brad, are you ready to go first? Okay, you've been nominated. I'm going to hand you the mic.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's really wonderful to be here. I'm from Toronto, Canada, as someone has already said. This is the first time I've been to Guiding Eyes, and it's been a marvelous experience here. Ever since I got to the airport and was picked up by Kaylee and the staff, Michelle, the trainer, the nursing staff, the kitchen staff, all the various people that sort of step forward here to ensure that everything is very smooth, and it has been. And we have had a wonderful time here, especially as a class. I don't think you probably could have picked a better class if we won the lottery as far as people just being genuinely happy. I've got a wonderful dog, and she sometimes can be a little vocal, but she started that more today when she saw our puppy raisers again. She was very excited. So Laurel is a wonderful dog. I'm sure we'll have many adventures together back in Toronto. Ben, I've known Ben in my own way and my wife for a long, long time. I've been other place and another time. And the only difference that I've noticed actually after all these years, I haven't seen Ben personally for a while, but I noticed him talking Ben. I always just knew him as Ben, but the other day he was introducing himself around and now he introduced himself as Benjamin. So that's the only difference I know. But once again, thanks very much. I'm extremely glad I came here, and it's been a really fantastic time.
Well, I don't know if I can say anything without crying, because this has been the most amazing adventure. I never thought I would do this. Lori Bussey is absolutely phenomenal, and the rest of the staff is so helpful. I just can't imagine going anywhere else and get a better dog than I got. Thanks to everyone, and we had a marvelous time as a group. You all should have been here last night. I mean, it was phenomenal. We never laughed so hard as we did. I mean, we were all right in pain. But thank you all. Thank you, Lori.
Hi, I'm Gail. I'm from Wisconsin, and I just want to thank everybody here. It made me feel so comfortable, not knowing anybody, being so far away from home, and I mean, our classmates were just so cool. I mean, we all got all our different personalities. We all came along. We're all from different places, and I couldn't ask for a better group and making me feel comfortable and confident about myself and my trainers and the staff. And I mean, this is my first time to Guiding Eyes, and I'm very pleased with everything. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Hunter. I'm from southwestern Pennsylvania. This is my second dog, Diego, from this school, and there's a reason why I come back. Everything's so wonderful here. The staff is great. The dogs are very good quality, everything, everywhere. So I just want to say thank you.
Hi, I'm Deanna from Bristol, Tennessee, and I would love to thank everybody in the room because I think everybody in some way has had a part in this, really, all of us. But as a former puppy raiser before I became a guide dog handler, I just want to take a moment to especially address the group in the room because when my husband Andrew and I were beginning to think about raising puppies, I had some preconceived notions about raising puppies. First of all, I thought it would be a very rewarding way to give a gift of independence to someone. That was true. And then I thought, well, I will meet like-minded people that just have a passion for dogs and I will learn a lot of training skills. That was true. But where I really got it wrong was I had no idea how much work it was. The consistency, I know why there's so many misbehaved dogs in the world, because being consistent is hard. and puppy teeth, needle teeth, piranha teeth, whatever you want to call. And I remember like being terrified I was going to mess up the puppy. And so, all of this are memories, and remembering also that time when you bring them back up here and how hard that is, and you're praying that your dog will find that person that loves your dog like we do, right? And y'all gave them the foundation for the relationship that we have today. They learned through your care that humans are good, they're fun to work with, they're fair, and they're they're great to be part of a team with a human. And you gave us that foundation that we can carry forward and build on today. And I really just don't have the words to say thank you, but y'all do it time and again. It's a pretty low paying job. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My name is David Ford. I am from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I live on the outside of Charlotte in Mooresville. And this is my first time seeing a dog, and I'm really tickled by doing this. And everybody around here is real nice to us, and I am very happy about it. And they really, really helped us out a lot. And so I just want to thank everybody here, and we've had a great time. And I just like to thank the trainers that was with us, and I just appreciate it, all of it, and especially my wife and them. They're gonna enjoy it. Thank you.
Teddy, you want to say a few words? Thank you. Can you hear me in the back? Testing. Sorry. I just wanted to say thank you to Guiding Eyes, all the donating people, all the staff, all the puppy raisers. We couldn't do it without you guys, for sure. We couldn't do it. That's better. Here we go. Thank you to all the puppy raisers. We couldn't do it without you guys. The trainers are amazing here. I'd like to thank Kat. She's an amazing trainer. Thank you very much for my home training. You did a great job. Thank you very much. And thank you to my support system, my family, my friends, most important, my wife. Amazing woman. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone. It's been a great experience. I don't know where I'd be today without my guide dog, Dan. Thank you very much. Thank you to all.
All right, I'm back. Okay. This time it'll be much shorter, I promise. So at this time, we would like to do our graduation certificate presentation to our graduates now. All right, so first we have Brad and Laurel. Congratulations. Kathy and Meg. All right, Gail and Danielle. All right, Hunter and Diego. Deanna and Whimsy. David and Annalise. Okay, and Teddy and his newly named paper dog, Dan. Congratulations, everybody. At this time, I'm going to turn the mic over to Melissa Carney.
The hardest part of any ceremony is following up after the graduates. But hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Melissa Carney, and I'm the Graduate Support Manager here at Guiding Eyes. My invisible guide dog is named Aaron, who's a male yellow lab. The visible copy is taking a nap in my office. So he's here in spirit. what to say about these wonderful, wonderful graduates in front of us. I want to start by acknowledging their journeys and the journeys of the guide dogs that have been paired with them. For our graduates, it's a journey of gaining confidence and independence in their own skill set before they're even ready to take on adventures with a guide dog. There's a lot of emotions that go into being someone who is blind or visually impaired and navigating that independence and that acceptance. A guide dog is a huge component of that. Oftentimes when we have a guide dog by our side, we feel complete. We no longer feel isolated. We feel like we're some part of something bigger. And that is a bit of what our journey looks like. A huge thank you to those who participate in the guide dog's journey. I want to start by thanking the puppy raisers. My mom just dropped off her dog for IFT a few days ago. And I have to say it was one of the most emotional experiences I've ever had, just watching a fraction of that. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your selflessness. I know it's hard closing that kennel door, but it's all worth it in seeing the accomplishments of your dog, what they've been able to do because of your love and your passion and your patience. You see that up today. It's all worth it. And I'm sure you feel nothing but pride. So thank you. To the donors who support all aspects of our organization and help us function, thank you so much. You enable us to cry all these happy tears and share all these smiles and laughs and the joy in a day like today. Thank you to our trainers who turn these unruly, excitable puppies into the calm and collected souls you see up here today. And last but certainly not least, thank you to our graduates. It's because of you that I'm always learning. I'm always kept on my toes. I'm always giving you guys sugary snacks and probably bothering the instructors before your night walk. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you all and learning a bit about each of you as individuals and sharing in that joy as you've developed a bond with your guide dogs. I wish you luck as you take a hold of that harness handle and move forward into your journeys together. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending. Please feel free to join us in Rosie's Cafe for dinner. Thank you.